All right, so this is a Smart Notebook lesson that I found online for the unit that I'll be teaching in the fall for the first time. The unit is on Operation Computation. So what this is really a focus of what I'd be doing in my math unit in the beginning, and that's parentheses in number sentences. So I wouldn't use every single one of these slides, but there are some pretty important ones here that I want to use. Students are going to need to know how to model number stories using parentheses in number sentences, how to solve the problems, and how to insert them to make a true number sentence. Okay. And I would go over some of the vocabulary here, what an expression is, different types of number sentences, some with and without parentheses. And then I would move on to the actual examples. So these are the ones that I would really like to focus on. Okay, so in this unit in the beginning, the students are really going to have to know when they see parentheses, what does that mean? Where do I have to start? So what I would do here is I would show the students that with the parentheses, and I'll go back to this slide here, what do they mean? When I tab it, they have to do what's inside the parentheses first and then solve what's on the outside. So I would go through some of the real life examples here. If we had 7 minus in parentheses 2 plus 1, I would show them that. Let's see. We're going to solve this first. We know 2 plus 1 is 3. Then my next part of the equation would be 7 minus 3. And my answer would equal 4. Let's switch back to my arrow here. Click it. And that's correct. So we'll try another one. And after I would do a few whole class, I would have the students do them either on a whiteboard or at their seats, just to kind of do them together and then check, and then we'll do some independent practice. So we'll do the next one too. Again, we solve inside the parentheses first, so 7 minus 2 is 5. For the next step, 5 plus 1 equals 6. And my answer is correct. So after doing two as a whole class, I would have the students do these two on their own. I'd give them a couple minutes, have them solve, and just to speed things up, we'll do them together right now. Now, I would solve the halves first. A half plus a half is a whole, and then I have 7 plus 1, which is 8. And that other 2 halves, so 7 plus 1 plus 1, which gives me 9. Okay, and then I'm going to do 20 times 9 as my next step. And that should give me an answer of 180. Ooh, okay, check it. Or 18. Maybe I need some work on my decimal practice. I'm new to 5th grade. Okay, then I would do the next thing again. Okay, now it gives another example. It says to insert the parentheses to rewrite the following problem in as many different ways as possible. So at this point, I would need to talk to them about how important parentheses are and what differences they can make in what you do. So for example, if I put parentheses around 6 times 4, and then parentheses around 2 divided by 2, 6 times 4 would be 24 minus 1, and would give me an answer of 23. Okay, so that's one way I could do it. However, there's probably several different ways I could do this. For example, what if I decided to do, whoops, let's get my marker back here. If I decided to do the 4 minus 2 in parentheses only. So we've got an answer of 2 here. So then we have 6 times 2 is 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So now we have a very different answer than we had at the beginning with 23. Okay? And I would click on what they have for some suggested answers. So we have 6. Let me highlight these here. There we go, 6. We did this one. Whoops. We had 23, and then there were 2 other solutions that we could have tried altogether to get an answer of 11 and an answer of 18. Okay. And then I would go into some independent practice here where there's some story problems for them to do. Again, looking at a story problem, which of these is the equation that actually matches the story problem? So knowing how the parentheses impact the total equation in general. And this is really a great example of a lesson that gives them that introduction to using parentheses within a mathematical equation in 5th grade.